to set the ball rolling. So many things are happening. So many things are happening to this generation. When you think about it, it just baffles my mind. My gender is doing the most. A lot of things are happening. I mean, both genders, worse things are happening each and every day. And the stories that are coming is just bust my mind. Sometimes people ask me, Tima, at this real, I'm like, you don't know what people are going through. We have worse stories than that. Each and every week we get amazing stories. Some are scary. Like today's story scared me to the bone. I'm like, how can a married woman have this guts? Hey, anyways, before I go on to introduce my guest, let me go straight to the point and read the story for the day. So here it goes. Hello, Tima. I've been married for 2 years now. I do everything for my wife. Tima, there's never a day that I want to see her sad. Anytime I want to sleep with my wife, ever since our honeymoon, she demands money and that I have to give her the money before she allows me to make love to her. Sometimes, if I don't have money on me, she tells me to write her a check. And most times, if my checkbook isn't available, after we make love, she'll be on my neck for the money and make sure she takes it. I used to ask myself, why is it like that? Why does my wife have to take money before she allows me to sleep with her? I've been asking her and all she says is that's what makes her feel like a woman. It's been like this for the past 2 years. So I came to terms and accepted that this is what I also got from God. Tima, I stopped being bothered about it. Just a few days ago, I found out that my wife is actually in a relationship with an area rat. Tima, a young weed smoker in our area. A guy that used to wash our cars for us on some weekends, but I stopped him because I didn't trust him with my doors open. So this young lady comes to my house to fight my wife and accuse my wife of sleeping with her boyfriend. I was astonished. I got angry. I even insulted the lady. Then the lady showed me the chats between my wife and her boyfriend, who happens to be the area rat I'm talking about. I didn't want to believe it until I saw my wife's naked pictures on the guy's phone. The lady said she managed to get the password of her boyfriend's phone when her best friend hinted her that my wife is dating her man. She said she just wanted evidence so she can strike. So as soon as she got the password, she went straight to his WhatsApp and lo and behold, saw the chats between him and my wife and immediately rushed to our home with the phone. So all along, my wife deleted the chat between her and the guy because I have never, for once, seen any of such messages on her phone before. Tima, I always go through it and I don't see anything. Out of curiosity, I took the phone from the lady again and went through the chat well. And what I saw, Tima, it broke me apart. So all the money that she demands from me, she gives it to this area rat of a boy, who is even younger than my wife. The phone I was holding, my wife used my own money to buy it for this guy. I just don't understand why she would do this. She gives the guy 1,000 Ghana cedis every single week as his allowance. So I pay to sleep with my own wife, and she will use the same money to pay another guy to sleep with her. I was disgusted. I apologized to the lady and begged her not to make noise so people don't get to know in the area. She agreed on the condition that my wife will stay away from her man. Now, my wife is here begging me. I mean, telling me she would never take money from me for sleeping with her. She's now going to allow me to sleep with her for free. Just imagine, Tima, just because I caught her. Who does this, Tima? I don't know what to tell our parents. I just don't know how to go about it. But I don't even feel like touching this woman anymore. I am disgusted. Please, I am broken. What do I do? Wow. What a story. Like, each and every week, I just get amazed by the stories that comes. I'm like, what is happening to this generation? So many things. Like, we're so, I don't know. It's just too much for human beings to bear. But tonight, I cannot do it alone, as you know. I have Nana Day, who is a presenter with me. Nana, you're welcome.
Thank you, Tima.
And Nana got me this shirt from his friend, Irie.
Yeah.
Come on, me shirt, Irie.
Irie.
Okay.
You understand?
What does it mean?
Irie.
Anyway,
it's a Rasta language.
Are you feeling irate?
Yeah,
It means, are you feeling all right?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
fine. I'm fine. Okay. Thank you. So, you're welcome, Nana.
Thank you.
And I have Mrs. Miriam Anan. She's an educationist as well. Mommy, you're welcome.
Thank you, Tima.
And I have Kupali, my own brother. He's a relationship and marriage counselor as well. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Can you guys believe the comments are almost 1K? So, like 1,000 comments. How am I going to read? How am I going to read all these comments? We'll try. I mean, once in a while, I'll chip in. So, let me start from Mrs. Annan. First of all, I mean, I know it's difficult before a woman would decide to cheat on a man. Today I did a lot of analysis and I learned that sometimes a man can still love a woman or can still love his wife and cheat or sleep with another woman and still love his wife. But for a woman to cheat on the husband, it entails a lot. With that, it means that she's lost love for the husband, or she doesn't even love the husband, just so to hurt him. So it's just on those skills that I took from a lot of research that I did today before the show. So, Mommy, what do you think is the problem in this marriage?
Okay, so from what you read, obviously the issue began right from their honeymoon. It's not like she was giving the man access before she decided not to. So it started right from the honeymoon. I believe it's a deep-rooted issue. Maybe something from childhood, because I don't know what a woman would possibly be looking for from the husband. You know, the first word that came to mind, tonatong. Like she's actually buying from the husband. Or I don't know, what is he doing? Like she's taking from the
robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Exactly. So it's not like she's not satisfied or something, but it's maybe something from childhood. You know how people are raped from their childhood, they grow up and they think love is pain. A lot of people are married now, they want their men to hurt them. Hurt me, let me go through pain. And they think that, okay, this is love.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
So it's something people, the idea of love comes from where you're coming from childhood. So if your idea of love, your daddy would beat you and say that this thing is called, they call it a certain name, and you add love to the king. They don't see it as love. That is why usually at home we don't say that be the child and hug them immediately. No, it's not the same. When you do that, the child sees love as the hurting. So they grow up thinking that, okay, love is pain.
So, what I mean, after beating the child, what do you have to do?
After beating the child, allow the child to go through his or her own mental processing and then now calm down before you decide to hug the child.
And let the child know that, you know what, because I love you,
it's because
I have to be stern on you.
Yes, but when you do it immediately, then the child puts the two together. And it's like, okay, this is how love is supposed to be. I must go through pain just so I will feel loved. So we do all kinds of things to, an uncle rapes a girl, she grows up, the mother tells her, don't tell anyone. And then she grows up with it. Mommy is aware, daddy is aware, siblings are aware. But they are supposed to keep quiet because of family issues, because they would disgrace the family. So the child also keeps quiet and grows up thinking, okay, this is love. We call it something in the subconscious mind. It's the person is not really conscious about it, but it translates in almost everything the child does. And when they become an adult, it translates in almost everything they do, and then they hand it over to their children. So I don't think that the lady was not satisfied sexually by the husband, or the man was doing something.
But first thing, mommy, what I want to know is that, was it right for the woman to charge the husband before allowing him to sleep with her? I will go to the guys, but do you think it was right? Because what I know is Sebi is a shower people that they charge people.
She's a shower.
You relax.
Okay.
A shawarma.
A shower.
So I just want to know that, is it right for a woman to demand money from the husband, not even boyfriend, from the husband before allowing him to sleep with
Tima,
her? Was it
wrong. It's wrong. Your body belongs to me, my body belongs to you. The Bible even says that when you are fasting, you must talk about it. Okay, I'm fasting today.
You have to explain why.
Yes, and then the man says, I can't. Still, forgo your food and do it.
Because that is your duty.
I mean, I don't even get people. You are not supposed to charge your husband money. Otherwise, this is prostitution you are doing in your own home. You are taking money from your husband just so he can sleep with you. Something that he's supposed to have access to. It's wrong. So first of all, he needed money, and that was the only way she needed money. That was the only way she could get it, because she knew that the man would crave for it, because naturally we have learned that men crave for sex more than women. So the man will obviously not be able to live without it. And the woman is in the house. She's bathing naked,
But you know, there are some women that crave for sex more than their husbands.
Yes,
you know,
they
there are issues like that.
They are.
Why is it like that?
They are sex addicts. Sex addicts are people like drug addicts.
Okay, so there are men too that have low libidos that don't feel like they want to sleep with their wives more.
Exactly.
So
there are those two
now
things.
we know this is wrong. I'll go to the men.
Yeah.
You know, it is wrong for a woman to demand money. You know, you can demand money from your husband once in a while. Oh, babe, can you give me
Once
this?
in a while, their money is sweeter.
No, what I mean is like the demand, like the
I
giddy
get
giddy,
it,
no.
I get
But
it.
not when you are going to have sex.
Not at all. That instance is completely
Let me go to the men. Ashawa. Do you think it's right for a woman to demand money from you, a woman who you're dating, a woman you're married to, before she allows you to sleep with it? What would you make of it if it happens to you?
Okay, so Tima, thank you, and then good evening to our listeners. Even the question of, is it right? I don't see. So I think just like Madam said, the people we know that they take money before they allow you sleep with them is, excuse me to say, the prostitutes. And they feel that they psych themselves. They are not in there for the pleasure. They are not in there for anything.
They are in there for their money.
For the money.
Back in the ground.
So this woman, I have no regret to say that she is a prostitute in her own home, not even having any iota of love for this man. Okay, two things. For a woman to allow you have access to her body is either for the emotions, for the love of it, or for the money. But this very woman, for marriage to even come in, and still the money aspect being the paramount thing in her marriage right now, I don't think it's anything like Madam said that from childhood. Hello, this how? Then what did he pay for? He paid your bride price to be like. And no one funny say wa kofa sha obi abetu fie na o tweneka. What you say? But say me why? Challenge kadem ho. You bet will break things and what are you telling me? I don't have the money. I don't have it. You not even bring it up because that is why it is called love making. Are you in the, if even you are not in the mood, I need to do what you like to get you into the mood. So both of us enjoy what we're doing. I need not to force myself on you once you said you are not in the mood. So if my wife tells me maybe she's tired, I know as her husband, if I touch her by this way, she will
forget
respond
that
to
she's
it.
tired.
She will even forget she's tired. So she gets into it and we enjoy what we are doing. Why pay? And that becomes like, according to the story, the guy says even if the checkbook is not there, she will stand on their neck till she gets the money. I'm like,
he told me. So this I was speaking to, in a way, because I've not heard something like
see,
that. I'm
the
like,
man is a
are
weak
you
man.
for real?
The man
Like,
is
what
very
and he
weak when it
said
comes
to
to
Ma-
no.
No, so this is
what
what
they
he
say.
said to Ma. Honestly, I loved this woman
Oh.
with every bit of me. That's why he, no. So that's his
Maybe the
definition.
man who can say that,
So-
and I told the lady that don't make noise for other people to know about it. Hello. And no crumple chest.
So
He's
very-
a weak man. He can't call the shot when it comes to like being man in your house. There are
So-
certain things it should be a no.
He said
and
he
that is-
never wanted to see the woman sad. I'm like, but whatever she has caused you, it's more than you don't deserve it. And he's really broken now. He says, honestly,
Oh, he'll go back and beg.
Oh, he said it.
He will beg the wife.
Oh,
and
what
then
are you
go.
talking
I'm
about?
telling you.
Afan
He'll
Enisu.
go back and beg the wife.
Oh, come on.
I can
let
bet
me
my
ask.
last coin. I say you go back and the
For our phone, it was phone.
Tima.
I'm coming. I'll come back to you. Let me go to Kupali and then come back to Mrs. So Kupali, I also want to hear your side of it. Do you think? Let me put that it was right. If you are supposed to go through the same thing, what would you have done? Like if you want to sleep with your wife and your wife say, Kupali mami 1,000 Ghana and sana menewada or something, how would you take it?
Well, it's going to be hello to your listeners and your viewers as well. You know, this issue is very sensitive.
Too
Very,
sensitive,
very sensitive.
Charlie.
And one can hear
Yeah.
You see, but sometimes, you know, we should look at some things that causes those things. You know, in marriage, One year say, before you marry someone, you have to ask your last relationship what happened. It's very important. Yeah, more working out, no, cheat, not working out. Worry,
Now, Kupali, do you think if Obi cheated and you ask the person will tell you that she or he cheated? Yeah, I know, but I'm like, if you are in a relationship with someone, now so relationship previous one there, or no cheatia, the person will lie. Most of them they lie. On kind of quench is the people obi or kind of because to one pa. Oh, ebia me chiti ba na enya me fault. Ebia o ye say nti na me ye say. But obi o hwa on na chiti so because be man na chiti so no oboa. Because you and I were not there. Do you get where I'm also coming from?
Yeah.
In Tinkofo baby, I guess you on what you said and omonam. So you don't know.
You don't know.
Because a friend of mine, Nikru a chronic cheater, like need a too much. Don't say a bimu cheating a time. Like we are down for Kobeba Bepel. Like ain't we realize I think some and the pastor said Oko her girl be and a girl need a run in Hokot now puano. And the girl is from the sea. And all care say no say oba on to mean they to oba ne be done it and on one soon obey cheatia till say he dies. Into that is the case. And this case he has to or say your call Pamami or touch your said so then he even realized because he was not like that. But that's a non-peg girl, so he took advantage of the girl. And a girl on a year and a year. And you'll be as you said, and you'll be taking it for granted though. Obi ono namno wa boane ho so if you don't take care and you go and cheat on such a person you are in trouble. So he took the girl for granted odi ni sika and ojai no ekwa wari obi and the girl cursed him. And he didn't know. So there are a lot of people working that they've been cursed that they don't. You see, the air and the you work on, but you don't know. Yeah. Oh, it hurts. So for all you know, maybe this girl, she's been cursed. You never know. Because this one is not normal.
And like you say, we have some men out there, yes, they are providing for the house, but they don't compliment their wives at home.
But when they go out, they'll be,
and you see,
hey, you are looking sweet on some car sweet in China.
And another man is doing it. Getting closer to your wife is very easy. It's very, very, very easy. And mostly to know, there are some men out there too. They are not good in bed. About what you now friend for sex, not a boyfriend. And no, it's a charge you. If you are now Ujafu and to me, a man in a so. Say what am I say? So, a little bit one of the factors.
But even if it is Sakura, that doesn't give her that leverage not occur that far.
Say issue is very sensitive.
Very, very.
Charlie. My advice to the guy, say first of all, uncle check up.
Okay.
Nongo she said, Nimo there's no any poison because so will be a deal here. Jiska, I'm a Nipana. If you're not a best 6 months now, so I can't bear 4 months now, so be no one.
I say 3 months.
Yeah,
Very serious.
if you're not one, because now the guy is controlling your money and also your
Control
wife.
your wife.
What you say?
painful
Yeah,
thing-
what do you fear?
The distance between you and your grave is just full serve away or water. You are gone.
Charlie,
Not too no.
it's
On
sad.
cross check spiritual side. So again, no. Ebia forget now because if young guys are using a juju or married men, it's possible for young guys to also use juju or married women as well. Because for about to make they console check.
Edia Koma.
And a comma another man.
Another say area rat.
Area rat. It doesn't make sense. I say Obia ya channel. I say
Do as I say.
That's
That's the spirit. It's called do as I say.
What am I say? So he need to go and then do this cross check. So when say the moja mu ya okay na any spiritual side bia na say one check say bia na say again sa na otie so ya be ka kire no. Say yeah e we hwan de on say buso one mo a omo ware a we ye den o mechiti.
Hey,
No.
really?
Yeah, e buso one mo a o ware fi one mo we ye den oba no oba fa wechi. Opa ona we ye hwan.
Are you serious?
Yes, it happens.
Hey, things are happening.
Cross
now.
checking all these things.
Okay. So now it comes to my second question. What do you think this guy should do? Mr. T also then I go to Onyedeng. Is it divorce?
The divorce straight. Because right now
On social media, everybody, I've not seen Obiampo Akate for say forgive and divorce. Forgive and divorce.
Forgive it that.
And I'm making say forgive and divorce. So do into own divorce.
On one case, I mean him there, Hano. So when woman goes to up to now, there, then me him there, Hano, because by now there, I think you couldn't cry.
Until you think
so I Joe check Unibia. No, what that one for my I mean, come on.
it hurts. I mean, I feel for him. You see, and then on my mirror where me poor I was crying because I'm like, why? This one is serious.
So finding out.
So divorce straight.
Spiritual issue.
The spiritual.
Spiritual.
All work out to it. What say? And I make no. And maybe more the youngest. I don't go for kuno.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I know for girls.
I know for girls. Because so.
Hey, it can be possible too.
I will be trying to naked picture. I send a young boy there.
For what?
Come on.
Anyways, so thank you, Kupali. I'll come back to you, Mrs. Annan. What do you think this guy should do at this particular moment? He's listening to us, anyways. Shout out, sweet boy.
First of all, I think the gentleman needs help. Mental health. I don't know. See how my gentlemen are angry. I'm not that
Today,
angry
I'm sure
anyway.
it's men that will call. Today, I'm sure say be phone lines now. Men will really
I'm
call
not
today.
as angry as they are, but I understand their pain. The gentleman can lose it. He can go crazy over this. He needs help. He needs a support system. He needs a counselor. In Ghana here, men don't talk. So we say that
Men are going through a lot.
men are not emotional. They are very, very emotional. They are just not expressive. So, okay, this is just one lesson, gender lesson. Men are not expressive, but they are emotional. The emotional pain you go through, they also go through it.
But we
The
express it.
only thing
We are drama queens.
My dear, and I will just cry and feel free. Like, I will cry and, oh my God, and I'm okay. Like,
And men.
yeah, men will not cry.
They will do.
And they will not talk. Yo, Sha, what's up? Irie, yeah. So sometimes you don't even know what they are talking about. Like, oh yeah, and they are done. And then Nana goes away while he's in trouble. They never talk about it. So the man needs to talk to someone he trusts. I heard a man of God who said he was in trouble, and he called a senior pastor and said, borrow my mind. So the senior man of God borrowed his mind and was doing the thinking and taking decisions for him. This man needs help. Otherwise, one of these days, you enter his house and he's gone. This is a very terrible issue. I'm not even going to talk about forgive and bring her back. He doesn't need to see that face in his life, ever. The young woman should just advise herself
And move out
pack
of the house.
Otherwise, a neighbor out of anger will just come and kill her.
I'm
Because,
telling you.
Look, a lot more
Me, I'm
people
sure
are
that
angry.
the lady cry will call spread the asem no. Me, I was telling him that because girl no so girl no gidi ni so yeshi. I'm sure before she even came, she has already told people now. Into no more pointing. I mean, that's so he begged. I'm sure, like he said, he didn't want to be disgraced. Was you on person or Benam Honanko for Cassie win and a
This
uni?
is the point. And only as some menka fantastic tree no mama. As some in America no in some P or Osha what's in Wonka. gentleman no hiambwa. Or you don't go be a no shuffle and a counselor be or someone obi on your casa ote. CCRO he'll be on your casa ote, first of all. The one in casa no you're dream. Secondly, the lady or your door fifio. They don't have children. It wasn't in the story.
They don't have kids. So I told he said, Tima, that's what I'm thanking God, because when they should, like when my wife was not getting pregnant, I was worried. I'm like, God didn't want you to. Sometimes when things are happening to us, we should understand. They don't have a child. This one, it's not like Mubreki Apa. What is she coming to call you for? You don't have any issue.
So first of all, the gentleman needs help, support system. And this goes to married couples. Oh, out. You are suffering. Your husband is not a counselor. You are not. Out. It will get rotten. You seek help if you need help. And then in the relationship, start talking about sexual expectations. What do you expect from me? What do you... So in the relationship, it could have come up. They answer they just in school. Then the man would see that there's a red flag. But they probably didn't talk about it. Oh, we are in love until honeymoon. And then here the woman is asking for money. It shouldn't come as a surprise, because in the relationship, it's preparation towards marriage. It's only advice to married couples. But the man must seek help. One day. Secondly, forgive, but divorce the woman straight up. Trust is broken. It cannot be undone. It's just gone.
Wow. So as soon as trust is broken, you cannot restore it. Not in this aspect. I'm talking about marriage.
It's difficult, Tima.
It's difficult.
And it depends on the magnitude of bona and yimpanaye. Boni bi wa when you cheat in marriage and your husband catches you. It's very difficult.
So what about the other way around, when a man cheats in a marriage?
Unfortunately, we think that it's normal.
Because they expect you to forgive them.
They expect that. This is
but they will never forgive a woman.
But they will not. No, because we think that men are supposed to cheat. I don't know whoever brought that issue up. But I don't get it. Why do we think that it's...
Why are you laughing?
And I'm not minding him. We're talking about something and I refuse to bring that up here. I don't know why they think that the man can cheat and it's all right. But the woman should not. What is not good for you is not good for me. What is good for me is good for you. Let's both of us stay together, work out the marriage, and then ensure that we love each other. We'll grow stronger together. But once you realize that one is cheating, that is it. The marriage is gone. You are friends living in the same house. Or you're probably sneaking out and sleeping with each other, although you are actually married. It's very important that don't break the trust. Don't even lie. I don't know where I'll be. Who else would I be myself to? Who else would I be natural to? The only person who actually knows my weakness from head to toe should be my husband. You know how fancy men are. You laugh and then you do some things and then we laugh over it and then you become a better person. Who else would you tell your weaknesses? Who else must know the real you? Like when we say Tima, it's not your co-workers. It should be your husband. He should see it all. But you are not trusting him enough. He doesn't trust you enough. Until we cover things up until trust is broken. And once it's broken, Tima, trust. It's not like a building that can be rebuilt. It's gone. It's gone.
It's scary though. It's scary. So we shouldn't try to break our trust.
The woman says something. The only thing that makes me happy is... The only thing that makes me feel like a woman is when you give me money. So meaning the man's sex is very bad. Yeah, because as a woman, so like I say, my man makes me feel like a woman. The woman
should even choose love making over the money. Yeah. Boss, you be poor sorry, hallelujah, yes,
Make us say money is the only thing that makes her happy. Then there's a question.
What
so
kind of money?
Now I'm coming to you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mrs. What do you think?
What do I think?
What should the guy should do? Divorce or what? Nana, be lenient. The guy is listening.
Yeah, Bossu, agreed. This is serious. It's very serious. Yeah, I did back ya pan se bema unim say okwabrani efad edi aduane odi ni bi me my policy is better any who any time. If I don't know, I don't know. But once I know, there is two things. It's either I'm going down or that thing is going down, so that one man standing. That is my policy.
So what do you think
so
they should
Bosu, this one day you know the guy, the area rat. Bosu kill the rat or the rat will kill the owner or the mouse.
So do you think you should forgive the woman and
No. Lie. This woman would never change. Now, or actually, they said they will see it's free. Do you know what will come after the free? Death. And they, let me finish him so that I can have the space now. Now, from this conversation, another thing that came to mind. So I was asking, okay, Bemano. So say they are couple like ni sex life at the same. Ni sex life at the same. Beman ni sex life at the same. Because to be honest, say your wife can choose money over you or sexual satisfaction, and then there's a problem in a marriage. Oh, and you first can tour. Then so a actual game, boa ma wawati say. Now to me first kapana and yes here from this conversation like Beman Oscar, Obi abanim po to me more be 1,000 series allowance every week, every month 4,000. Oh, hello sister. Bossu, advise yourself. And yes I Bema say the wait and say atiafem. Atifem wa na enunu ehokwa na west no. Your wife will even pretend nothing has happened. Now for the area rat no has become house owner. The guy in the house. Also, you know the rat. So please, just do away with that very woman right now. Say that kind of omuniba until at least if you walk away, you see a small shame is better than a bigger shame. At this point, no one say Bema Nimpo beggy say the issue should not go out. But I tell you, this issue is already out. Oh, that lady. Oh, what are you saying? Because her only defense right now is to be able to make known this issue so that people can speak for her. And people can monitor the woman from coming closer to the guy. Because don't forget, say, there is already another party who saw them. Who prompted this lady that, oh, your boyfriend is... So the issue is already out. So, boss, there's nothing to cover. So it's better you call the shot as the man that this is over. The worst you can admit is knowing very well, say your wife, naked picture, partner, boy that you are even older than. I don't even want to believe, say, what's the name? For women, and and another thing is, if you are married, if you're a married woman, you should be very careful the kind of companies that you keep around you. That is very serious. Tima, say, uye oba worry for, na say, you entertain some jokes, some play be with young boys when you make because we are human. Ebia,
maybe your mind is not even there. So you also...
So you come and then entertain the young boys, and before you know it, the unexpected has happened. No. And it's I see the end of my phone to or they are down.
You are gone.
The same way, if you're if you're a woman and you have kids, be very careful the people that comes around those kids. So, sebema benyawa nasa woma a very easy cry to get you. Let me befriend let your kids be fan of me. Tima, you fall for me right now. You know why? Because you feel
kids,
that
naturally
the kids have peace when they are with me.
Love me, love my dog.
So married women, just take this advice. It's just know your circles. And Tina Mpenyifo say, if you are married, the kind of people you should be friends with are people that are also married. In that sense, you have something in common that at least, if you don't even go in there to talk about your marriage, you have certain things in common.
You share a common goal.
But when you are not married and you see a young girl, the way you're carrying you and if you're not your self-confidence is not high, you kind of you want to compete with that young girl because you feel say I didn't know what Miss Mini be. Hello, you are married. That Anna, that name married woman, no, it comes with certain responsibilities. She can show her stomach and you can't do it because you are married. You can only show it to your husband in the house. So sometimes we need to be very careful with some of these things. But this man, hello boss, the lady should not even stay there the next minute for you to even consider, say, she's begging me and she says it's now free. So now you want to do free. But also somebody has done the free cry, yes, I do. I say Chanika. And
he doesn't need the counselor. He should just go straight to the
counselor for what?
Oh, cancel them.
So that they tell you that, oh.
And then they today is
oh no, Tima is see.
Counseling for what?
I am not even talking.
Guys,
You
guys,
even said that.
no,
You
the
even if
gentleman-
a woman is saying that Bema Ninja Obana, that should tell you the extent to which she's even hurt. Say ubra.
No, basically, the gentleman doesn't need counseling to know what to do with the woman. The woman, we are getting rid of her already. But he needs counseling to be stable mentally. That's all. Because, I mean, at this point, if you advise the man to stay with this woman, Charlie, you are being wicked.
Obekun is simple cry because say we is secret. We is secret. Bema na hu oba ni secret. The guy is also trying to be nice to even disclose this issue to their parent. The best thing for the woman right now to still keep this secret to herself is to eliminate the man. No. If he doesn't know, that's the best thing right now. If the man is no more, issue he will die off. Nobody will know about it except the other lady know. That is the issue right now.
It's scary.
It's scary.
Very, very scary than I even thought. I think so. Send me money for police for. No, so that something happens to him.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
You don't know.
Because he says, I think when I shared the story in the morning, the lady saw it. Yeah. I don't mention any names anyways, but who the cap fits.
You know himself.
And look at the things that happened. I didn't change it. So the lady saw it. So immediately he said, we're parking in Yama. That's the follow-up. And then he has realized, I think so already a lot of people say, leave her, intino. Or no mum, I parking in Yama, say, oh, for now, no, which the guy is okay with it. Also one stop, you know. So he's waiting. Tomorrow, he's going to see the lady's parents. To break the news to them first and come and break it to her parents.
Exactly. We're wasting time too much. We're wasting time.
Assemble and when you're
we're wasting time. And
me sure say who the government send WhatsApp voice notes. You if it's you, I'm sure by now you've sent voice note to your mother and done video call. Everything you cheer.
No, and my girl because I'll be packing in Yama. Maybe by this, I'll packing in Yama. Hello, Bosu.
We're about to open the phone lines. Wow, like it seems even the counselors are saying we need a divorce. You know, sometimes it calls for it because ni partner bonisa. If you know that you're in a marriage, that would cost you your life. That one, if you take it to court now because what are you waiting for? Or say there?
Tima, akwana wako bojan we smoker. Now I bet that. The guy Ankasano.
And she found it in there.
We smoker.
I learned today they can really fire.
Oh!
You can.
What are you saying?
About the pain, So something might have happened in her childhood that they never talked about. And so these good men, so the guy so the woman probably was looking for something.
But I feel like
I feel that if this is the issue,
I feel like we must know each other. So I feel they should have spoken about their sexuality.
Okay,
oh babe, maybe you don't satisfy me. What can you do about it?
Money.
You know.
The money factor now always now guy that's my problem. It's different if the lady is not even demanding for money from the husband. And what finally I say the wife has gone to cheat. I don't know. We'll say what you're saying comes to play.
But he was taking their money and but that's an insult.
That is an insult,
It's an insult because I am paying you to sleep with my wife.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's the summary.
That's it. My own money.
It's the man that is paying the other man, the area rat.
I'm not gonna bana. Why did this car? Hey, Charlie, wait there. Charlie, if I think about time, say
like people are going crazy on the the comments. You should see the comments. Like people are going. People are angry.
Anytime, just one person who put back and me just canana like it kill him. I saw when you are bravo no. And then me no from phone found sound so hello. Or see do the tail, let me go.
Somebody says Naya Africa. I'll say men are humans too. Hey, women. She cried that she's a woman. No, it baffles a lot of people. Oh God. It hurts. Samuel White says you need an advice for this, bro. Please, we already have a lot going on in the country. We are finding ways to reduce road accidents. Please sack your wife and divorce her. To my next story, please. Oh, that is why, Charlie, relax. Only his own 48 replies. Like they all kind of. Oh, and Lordina Inshira says way, Accra. It's shocking how all these porn stars get married so easily over the decent ladies. Divorce her, my brother. She's a demon and you don't need as such as a wife. Please. Somebody says, Christian Loga says, hey, in CCO, boy, how can I be giving my wife money for sex? Abba, this is too much. Dorothy Pra says, 1,000 Ghana a week. Hey, this is really enjoying. Anyways, Mr. Man, the woman you married is not in love with you. She never loved you. Yeah, I think. Yes. And Siblings Queen says, I wish you stay away from her because she will find another means to meet this area guy again. I think somebody mentioned it here. These are some of them. On Instagram too, I have 230. Charlie, let me go to Facebook. Facebook is almost 1,000. Let me read some of the Facebook comment. We'll open the phone lines pretty soon. That cute girl, hey, social media, some people's name there. That cute girl, Akusia Zoe says, even the Bible said, if your wife or your partner commits adultery and you want her back, you can go back for your wife. But if you are not interested, you are good to back out. So it's up to him to decide if he is still interested or not. Oforiwa Mansu says, Yesu, hey, Minya, send her packing. Na ope wee boy, not a gentleman like you. We Water Sophia says, I'm just worried about the lady you want not to tell anyone about. Your area people will know. There you'll be more sad if you love her back, unless you change area or else this problem. Then Nanoye says, this is true definition of robbing Peter to pay Paul. Fear my gender. Doris Ehi says, I'm also heartbroken for you, dear. I hope Tima and her guest gives you an advice to hold on to in life. This is really disgusting. Some fellow dear ladies and women, you're doing too much. Kelvin Dunyo says, I don't think I'm reading this write-up from this planet. Do some people conscience work at all? What at all are we chasing after in this world? My dear friend and brother, please let her family and your pastor know about it. But don't send her packing regardless of how, you may be feeling right now about, God will work this out. Sending lots of love. Me that I'm reading the paper, but I'm opening the phone lines.
They say God will fix it.
God works through money.
I'm just shocked with the reply. Don't send me to me, Kata. 030-221-6568. 030-221-6567. We have about 7 minutes, so make it brief. We have 7 plus 5 minutes because we started at 10:05. Arnold, please don't bring that. I need that 5 minutes. Hey, now me produce and crowd funny bag. Hey, nice that. 030-221-6568. 030-221-6567. 1 out of 10 is what I've seen, Kelvin. Like most of the comments, 99% are saying leave, divorce. Only Kelvin is saying.
Is part of the man. I think he has the same
problem as
the man.
Good.
Well,
He has
see,
a
there are
bargain.
some people who knows their problem.
Yes.
They know they are weak. They know
Sorry,
they are
no
not
bad.
well, and they still go ahead to get people's children into marriage, and then
Let me pick the
Wow,
call.
yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Yes, good evening, Tima.
Sweetheart, your name and where you're calling from, please?
I'm Nyakwa from Ashalibuchi.
Mommy, talk, we're listening.
Tima, I want us to look at other sides and other reasons for which a woman would demand certain things, either before sex or probably during sex. I'm not really speaking to his issue per se, but there are times that you want a man's attention, and the only time you get his attention is when he wants sex. You see, probably it could be a conversation or, well, it could be finances as well. But as a when any bon come say and during sex and at time might be a not dream was so as a small can want you as a what things want to, but a drew honor and also listen this is also important. If that is the only time I'm in your attention, then why don't I demand it at the time that you also need me? You see, sometimes too, even though men can say very right, but they shouldn't take women for granted, especially our needs when we are saying something. I'm a married woman too, and sometimes there are conversations I would want to have with my partner outside time on demanding for sex, but it's only during sex now being understand he is more loving and more probably attentive, and I want to have those conversations, and you don't want me to have those conversations with you because at that moment you just need sex. But I also want to have these conversations. You see, I want I think that couples should also look at the fact that we should pay attention to each other's needs and wants. We shouldn't also be selfish, when it comes to what we want.
But sweetheart, per the story, the man, put the wife's needs first. He said there was never one day that he wanted to see the woman sad.
Yes, that's why I said I'm not really speaking to his issue, but I'm also looking at reasons for which women or a woman would want to demand certain things during the time that the man would want sex. The man's case is exception, but I'm also talking about the fact that people's demands during sex. It also where I can also relate in that way. But then for the guy's issue, for me, I feel that emotions are high. He's down. He's sad, but obia kasa obia bu efumo, but me dem feel say enka onya abotre kakra na on train divorce, because when you are angry you might make mistakes. It will be because the way they make mistake, you should just go and divorce. But divorce is how ebe shako so ebe piano to go and divorce. But obokwa koye no ba no gusu pe no san kokko chase, or yeah, I think that he needs to speak to someone. He needs to speak to a counselor. He should find his feet. Then it will help him make the decision. So be jobana kwai and now say, I don't know whether he would still want to keep that woman, but on his conditions, on his conditions, or they lay down rules, or something, because untenable. For me, that's what I'll say. He should have patience, and he shouldn't be too much in a hurry to go and divorce the woman. No matter what the person has done, to say the emotions are high, tempers are high, but menena konya bote. So obe divorce no crampa onya bote. No, you're very sure. Is this what I really want, despite all these things that this woman has done to me? Do I want to walk away? And now me person me man a second chance. Thank you.
Thank you, darling. God bless you. Anyways, phone lines are still activated. 030-221-6568. Hello. Good evening. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Andy, calling from Richmond, Stepford, Accra.
Okay, let's hear you.
Okay, please, I just want to talk about the lady that called just a minute ago.
Okay.
She talked as if what the lady did is is good. I don't know. She didn't say anything about what the lady did, which is very bad. See, let's say the truth. What the lady did is very, very bad. You can't blame the man for anything. You can't blame the man for anything. The man should just divorce her. That's it.
Okay. Thank you so much. God bless you. This is a big banter. 03022165668. Arnold, till when why now will close at 5 minutes. Why? Why are you doing this? 03022165668 03022165667. Hello.
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Okay, my name is Ben.
Okay, Ben. Let's hear you.
Okay, from Achimota. Okay,
Ben, kindly lower your radio set. I beg you.
okay, really okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead.
Um, it's hard to hear such stories, okay, but to be honest, the lady who called and says that the guy should be patient a while before. It looks like I don't know whether she's evicting herself or so, or because from how she's speaking, it looks like that's what or she's being. She's kind of if you understand what I'm saying. If your brother is going through such hell, and you find out that this is marriage, though it is not a girlfriend boyfriend thing. It's marriage, and Obano HET demanding money during sex, and you know the area guy. Do you know how hard that one even is? Or is it because she's a lady, so she's speaking for the lady? No, sister. If something is not good for you, as a man, I will back you up. Guy, you know. So, Oman Ankasanchena, Obit me, I'm telling you, Obit me a committed suicide because of a girl. Or shake girl, no. Hopefully, the air course in an end, but still, for the cinema, it's building up. The guy, they should talk to the guy. Divorce, we know divorce is something of a different issue, but then it has to happen. Well, I don't know what he's going through, but it has to happen. For me, it has to happen because the Bible even says it, and then the Bible even says that whoever follows a married person, that one is also a problem. You, the man following a married woman, you will die. Regardless of whatever, you will die. So, to say, on to the boat, you don't know your pay, yo, sis, please. If you are my sister and then your husband is doing something nasty, I won't come and stand and say, oh, because of your bear man and I say, no. I will back you up. Sis, go out of the relationship to save yourself. So my advice is, guy, you should be strong. I know this is very difficult. You should be strong. If you put himself together, and you want to pay any way happen to him, and he will not be the last. So he just put himself together, and then relax. He will be thinking all over, like maybe he will be just going through his head. He should just be strong, and or Obama, he should be strong. Put himself together, and then as time goes on, he will heal. Just a matter of time, he will heal. Just go to beach, find some place. Don't engage in women. Don't drink. Don't smoke. Don't just be happy with yourself. You understand? Be happy with yourself. Play some music. Be reading, whatever. he's listening, he should just be strong, put himself together, and then over time he will heal. Regardless, he will heal. He just be strong, he will heal. All right, thank you.
Wow, that's very insightful. Thank you so much. We'll pick a final call and we're done. 0302216568, 0302216567. We've had really an insightful discussion tonight. This show is bringing things out. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from, please?
Good evening. I'm calling from Asofan.
Okay, let's hear you.
Tima, an internet that the army master a bacope America. Bema usru so before you and some funcy I needed you. So usru so before you and some funcy I needed you.
Branade.
Nanse bema ni would be a nigger send me Mikukwa. Obetime decide ade we yedi. Ye nyina enwe so nim se me kuni me ye less mistake. Wono oba afofo ko. Obetime abeka se mamesika ansa na me no wada. Because when you be ma we soft, what dono would wajia to say momo man mo say a man ye humanize of the end day. Would be a coon, would you win your bema or bet found? One new sad in a year. You bet me the iron say, oh, charging and son on another. Hey, now, we say, Kakran and Ebeda or Krana Meko. Now, oh, charge me.
Wow.
Bema who swore so before you, and some fun say I did do no wound them. We Semujano, what now no more? I try 5 years because 2 years in you. Because pains in your mouth of them. I try 5 years. Because the honeymoon a year. Now I say a crowd or wash your car. Now I know where you're at. And yes, I know where you're at. That you where you're saying to Yannica. Now I know this guy or what the Asako Massa. And why can't I obey a day?
Yeah, some more. It's yeah. I mean, it hurts, but it's fine.
What was that? Not something you buy. They make out and say, "Oh, Dobano, son of me, Obano or Dono." And now so Obano so who said, "Me couldn't do me. You need baby Yako in Kino, and on one fast advantage, and what they are saying, it's young." Nan kawunim say oh mi kunu me ye o kwa ka ofi so benya gas e dia be gina ni maka chede so ne mbeda ma me keku ana ma msempo e de ne be sia ni tiri na why wanyanwo wonito why wanyanwo ne wonito
asemo
to kwa ko sia me ko yirawa e wo do be ku se wi ase mienu bye bye.
Bye, dear. Thank you. The man is so pained. Anyways, that's our final caller. Oh, my word. Next week is a holiday. Anyways, Good Friday is on 29th. So next week we're not doing the show. We'll come back next 2 weeks and we'll continue what God sent us to do. So, Kupali, final words?
Only if you also, yes, uncle checkup is very important. Because maybe how to say, for all you know, a man of present be I can't be assessment be on them, so no name. Yeah, because for a guy I roll card a booby but now you so dear. Now you say trying card and there's a one gazano. Quite is as I saw now. Then the on divorce mon jeans or cock counselor be work or jifu to mean forgiving the but so on it not be on party. I go crowd who can book around you.
Okay. Thank you. Kupali, your number, business, very important.
Yeah, in case maybe I'll go train anything out there, I will say whatever it is. Give me a call on 0243 751840. Let's talk about it.
Okay. Mrs. Hannan, final words.
Well, I think communication is key in every relationship, whether you're married or not. While you are in the relationship, talk about everything. Tima, a lot of our counselors don't talk about sex. I know a couple, they said a week to their wedding. That was when they scheduled for the sex talk and all that. And the counselor said, okay, read this book, we are coming. They kept reading 1 hour. Okay, we have closed. That was all they talked about. There was nothing about sex in marriage before they went in. Both of them were green. So they hit ouch until they didn't know what to do again. They had to read, watch videos. Let's talk about our expectations before we enter. When you see red flags, talk about it. When the woman starts telling you, as for me, I want it this way, as for me, I want it this way, and you think you can't give it, start talking, start asking questions. Communication is the foundation of every relationship. So please, let's deal with it. So secondly, the gentleman needs counseling. I tell you, for mental health sake, he needs help.
Thank you so much. You leave a number. Somebody wants advice.
Yeah, sure. I'm a communication expert, relationship, corporate communications, 020-566-4040.
Thank you. Nana.
Hi, Tima. Okay, so my last words. I'm lost. So, it's just very key that, like I said, you know the surroundings, or you know those you are keeping within your surroundings as a married woman. There are a lot of married women that use sex as punishment to their husbands. I'm telling you.
I know. Like
there are married women that feels that sex is the punishment I can give to you, because the last time I asked you to buy me this, you didn't buy me. I asked you this, you didn't give me. So when you want sex, I won't give you. Doing that is just like pushing him out, and once it gets to the worst point of it, you'll be the same person to regret it. But it's rather unfortunate. My brother's issue is not like that. He's paying for it, and at the same time they are servicing. So
okay.
So anything MC, anything product activation, you can call me social media MC and Nana Day. We do everything. So
okay.
Yeah, 0245-246925, 0245-246925. Photography, videography, MC, everything. So
okay, thank you. God bless you. Thank you guys for coming, and I am grateful that you were able to tell your mind, and I pray that our brother finds solace in the Lord, and then be able to forgive himself, forgive his wife, and then do the divorce, and then live a good life. Live longer. That's the most important thing. I mean, at least today he said he's fine. When the wife left, he's okay. So we pray that he will be able to live. God bless each and every one of you. Remember, next week's a holiday, as I said. We'll be back next 2 weeks with so much love. If you have any issues, you can send your issues to 055-661-4127, 055-661-4127. I love you all. Take care. Bye.